Now, President Trump is continuing his feud with Senator Bob Corker. Now, Bob Corker, of course, has been increasingly critical of Trump since announcing that he will not seek re-election in 2018. Now, before that, they actually had a pretty decent relationship, and at one point, he was even considered a Secretary of State. Or maybe not Secretary of State, Vice President. So, wow. But now, however, since Trump has been criticized by Bob Corker, now he hates him. So, look, at this point, Corker's got nothing to lose. Again, he's not running for re-election. Now, what's interesting is he actually might have a lot to gain since Trump is super, super unpopular anyway. Now, instead of speaking about real issues like Las Vegas, gun control, Hurricane Nate, or any other sort of important issue, like maybe even North Korea, Donald Trump has instead decided that he was going to attack Corker in a series of tweets Sunday morning, saying that Corker was retiring from the Senate after he begged Trump for an endorsement, and Trump had refused. Now, this is a tweet. Senator Bob Corker begged me to endorse him for re-election in Tennessee. I said no, and he dropped out. Said he could not win without my endorsement. Really? That's the classic Trump narrative. Oh, man, that person, they came to me, they begged me, and I said no. Really? And then he adds, loser, sad, baby. No, seriously, though, he did that with, remember Mika Brzezinski, right? Oh, remember Mika? She's bleeding badly from facelift. She wanted to come in, but I wouldn't let her in. I said no. Sad. Man-child. Man-child. Now, he also said Corker didn't have the guts to run. Trump tweeted. Now, what's funny is that, look, doesn't it feel great to know that our president is kind of a petty asshole? I'm just saying. It's an interesting question. Now, he also tweeted that Corker also wanted to be Secretary of State. I said, no thanks. He's largely responsible for the horrendous Iran deal. Oh, you mean that Iran deal that actually stops Iran from getting a nuclear weapons? I know, terrible deal, right? Yeah, apparently people like Trump, they want to treat nuclear weapons like guns. I know, right? In trying to get rid of nuclear weapons or prevent people from having nuclear weapons, we're going to go back and we're going to make it easier for Iran to get a nuclear weapon. It doesn't make any sense. Ripping up the Iran deal when they're actually following the Iran deal is pretty fucking stupid. But again, this was a President Obama initiative, and anything President Obama had done, President Trump has to undo. That's what this is about. Now, Corker had a response to this. He wasn't just going to take this laying down. He fired back at President Trump after this criticism, saying that Trump's White House is an adult daycare center. I love this. Quote, it's a shame that the White House has become an adult daycare center. Somebody obviously missed their shift this morning. Look, man, I have a ton of problems with Bob Corker on his politics. But he's right. He's right. From all the stories from staffers and insiders in the White House, it's pretty clear that's a daycare. I mean, let me give you some examples, right? And I've covered all these different stories from, different staffers and insiders. For one, Trump has to be kept from negative TV coverage or he blows up or he has a temper tantrum, right? So in order to do that, they've got to limit his TV time and make sure that he gets more positive press. And they also have to try to limit his tweets and distract him with positive news stories. Now, another thing that they used to do, I don't know if they still do it now that John Kelly's in charge, but they used to put his name into briefings so that he wouldn't get bored. Just like they have a briefing, right? And they got to pepper his name through it. Like reading about, North Korea, the Rocket Man, and Trump, let me read. It's about me, isn't it? I'm going to read some more. God, what a baby. I mean, not only that, but before his first European trip, they had to condense his briefing into tweet-sized length so that he would actually be interested enough in reading it. Now, look, Barack Obama had pages of briefings. Hell, probably even George W. Bush had pages of briefings, and likely he at least paid attention, right? Trump shrunk it to half a page with mostly maps and killer graphics. The man is a toddler. He doesn't give a shit at all about policy, about specifics. He doesn't understand. He doesn't know. And think about this, how even more disastrous this is. This is the most powerful man in the world. And yet he needs constant supervision like a toddler. And this is an epic disaster. Now, not only is Trump throwing a fit, but he's actually also lying. And that makes sense. He's a serial liar. And we've proven that over and over again. Now, on Sunday, Corker's office directly refuted his tweets and said the president called Senator Corker on Monday afternoon and asked him to reconsider his decision not to seek re-election, and reaffirm that he would have endorsed him, as he has said many times. And this is according to Tom Womack, the senator's chief of staff. Oops. Completely refuting President Trump's story. Actually, he didn't want to run, and Trump said, no, we'll back you. You bet. The White House is back behind you 100% if you want to, run for office again. Yeah, no, not interested. I'm not interested in defending you. And I think that's what it is. It's the same deal with Jason Chaffetz. And the guy is like, oh, nope, I'm not going to run again. This is too much trouble. So I'm going to spend time with my family. That's what I want to do. No, you don't. You actually want to spend your time getting paid. But furthermore, you didn't want to be there to defend Donald Trump. Nobody blames you, but come on. That's the truth. That's actually what happened. But anyway, on Trump's lies, what a sad, pathetic, petty little man. And what's even worse is that he actually made me side with Bob Corker. Ugh. Sad. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.